This is Joe Leigh here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by Craig Richards once again, post JACOBS Ryder. Yeah, really good fight there. Close fight. Ryder comes away with the win.
Yeah, I was at the edge of my seat there once again. Very close fight. Ryder won JACOBS won a lot of the early rounds, and Ryder dominated the back end of the fight. So it was one of them very close fights. And the scorecards reflected the fight itself. But I'm glad that John got the nod. I feel like he deserved it. He come on very strong at the end. And yeah, I'm just happy for him, because certain times in close fights you don't get the decision.
Yeah, definitely. People mentioned that in the build-up. Tony even mentioned that in the build-up, that he's been on some unfair decisions, on the end of some unfair decisions. But tonight he was rightly or wrongly, he was in a very, very close fight. And I don't think anyone will argue with that.
You can't argue the scorecards at all. No one was like, this is 110% guaranteed. At the end, it was like, this is close. And the scorecards reflected that, and I'm just happy that John got the decision and he won tonight.
How do you think he moves on from here? Because Tony, I think he said post-fight in the ring to the zone and to everyone, so everyone knows this now. CANELO wants to fight in the UK. How do you think, how possible do you think that is?
It's possible, but I think that at that weight, Canelo's kind of cleaned up and unified already. So I don't think he's looking to sit and make defences. I think he's looking for more titles. So he probably may vacate, and an opportunity can come through for John with a vacant title, because there's talks of him, Dimitri Bivol at light heavyweight. There's talks of him and GGG at middleweight. There's talks of him and Charlo at middleweight. So I think he's got his eyes set on different, got different ambitions than defend these titles at super middleweight.
Who have you got your eyes set on, Joshua Buatsi?
I have my eyes set on no one. Whoever comes. I'm always up for whoever wants to fight me. I'm always in there. I'm in it to win it.
And obviously, you are aware though of the talks that have escalated recently. Eddie's kind of been mentioning that a lot more. How aware are you of that fight, and how likely do you believe that will happen?
Which fight's that one? Joshua? Yeah, I believe the fight can happen. I'm a fighting man. He's a fighting man. If everything makes sense and the paperwork's in order, T's are crossed, the I's are dotted. My team deals with that, his team deals with that. We're just in the gym training, but I've got a good team, he's got a good team, so if everything's in order, I think it's going to happen.
Why do you think it's now that Eddie brought this fight up? Because you've been wanting big fights for a while. To be fair, you're always in big fights, you're never scared of anyone, but why do you think it's now that Eddie's brought this up again?
I'm not sure, maybe they just want him to be in a big fight now. They probably want him to step up in a big fight. There's no world title ready for myself to push on to at the moment. They're all tied up. So I feel like outside the world titles, it's one of the biggest fights. A lot of people messaged me in the DMs and stuff saying this is a good British domestic duff up. I'm always happy to give the fans what they want to see, and I believe in my ability. So I'm always happy to fight whoever what makes sense.
You've been in domestic fights before. Jake Paul, Shakan Pitters as examples. How would you see that one going with Joshua Buatsi?
I'm always going to go in there to look to do the same result, go and get the win by any means. I'm confident in my ability. I'm sure he's confident in his ability, and we'll just have to see how it plays out on the night.
Now, Dimitri Bivol, obviously you fought him. Potentially he's going to be fighting CANELO if he signs a 2-fight deal with them. How would you see a fight with Bivol, obviously knowing that you've been in the ring with him, how he fights, if he fought CANELO? I'm
not sure, because obviously I haven't been in the ring with CANELO, but based on what I remember of Bivol, there was things that I could have capitalised on more, which I didn't. It was a very tight fight, losing it by half a round and 1 round, and I didn't really push through the gears. Maybe I scored a few of them wrong. If I knew I was still a round short, I'd have pressed on earlier. And I believe Canelo's very experienced, he's very clever. But then again, I'm a good boxer, and Bivol's a good boxer, but he likes people a bit more flat-footed. Obviously, I'm not so flat-footed, so maybe my style was giving him a bit of trouble. Who knows? CANELO, styles make fights, but CANELO's very adaptable, so it's hard to ever write him off. He knows how to adapt, and he knows how to do things very well, so he's always going to be the favourite in everyone's eyes.
Yeah, definitely. He was even talking about going up to cruiserweight. Everyone just, whatever CANELO wants, he can pretty much do.
He's like the new Mayweather. He's the cash cow right now. Everyone wants their shot. Everyone wants their opportunity. So this is why everyone's trying to grab belts as soon as he comes to your weight to make sure you can get in the mix with him. But that's how it is right now.
Is that the same with you? Obviously, still looking for that world title. Obviously, not necessarily next again, but when you can be in big fights, it's same old Craig Richards.
After this, if I do have another domestic clash, if that happens, obviously I'll speak to the team and see what is next. But if if I have got another fight, what's not a world title scheduled next, then I'll definitely want one afterwards.
So after the Buatsi fight, is basically what we're saying.
I'm not saying after any specific person, but if that is the fight does get made, then after that, then I would want a world title shot.
And just one more thing, Akoli at the end of the month, just want to give your thoughts on what happens if he's successful. Obviously, most people will say he needs to go up to heavyweight soon. When do you think he should go to heavyweight?
I think he deserves a unification fight. I think he's probably one of the best cruiserweights out there in the world, and I feel like you should give him a chance to prove it. Go out there, unify his division, then he can push on afterwards and get in with the big boys. But I think give him a unification first.
Yeah, he's been calling it for a while, so it'd be good to see that. Craig, thank you very much for your time.
No problem. Good speaking to you as always.